Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vesna Žepič Bogataj and I'm coming from Slovenia, actually from Slovenian Tool and Die Development Center, which has a headquarters in city Celje in the very eastern part of Slovenia. And today I am very happy to be with you and that I own the opportunity to present some really good project examples, I would say, from life funding schemes. Today I will present one project, one close to a market project that we are coordinating. It's called, in a short acronym, TECOS. And it started already in 2018, so we are right at the finish line. We are closing this project in the summertime of this year. So we have some nice results to show you, and I hope you will get some inspiring ideas or some new, I would say, inspirations for submitting some project ideas on how to turn something not very useful, something what we call a waste, into something new or primary primary meaning, I would say. So we apply this project to the environment and resource efficiency topic, and we succeeded back then. And as this is not our only life project, in the past we already concluded 3, and currently we are running one which will be finished in next year. And we are applying for some new, so always we are happy to hear some other ideas or some other partners that could contribute into something new and innovative. So I will share my screen now, my presentation. So yes, as I was saying, the short acronym of our project is TECOS. It's actually about the new generation of recycled products. So we are promoting with this project European recycling quotes of wasted post-consumer plastics and wasted newsprint paper. Okay, and we are combining these two raw waste stream materials into some new materials, I would say, or some composites. So very, very simple. Everything starts with a new life. So we are European consortium of 6 partners. So from 4 EU member states: Slovenia, Spain, Poland, and Finland. The European Life program also encourage to go with some project or ideas, I would say, or some project proposals solely with one partner or with one applicant. But yes, in our case, we always deciding to collaborate with more countries, with more European partners to get the overall or holistic idea of some innovative circular solutions. So in this case, we invite one company from Finland, EcoPulp. This is the company who is converting the old paper or wasted paper into new pulp molding packaging. Then we have a national building institute from Poland, ITB, and then we are 3 Slovenian partners. So we are TECOS, the research institute. Then we have a Slovenian recycling company called Omaplast. They are recycling only post-consumer plastics. And then we have also Adria. This is the R&D manufacturer. So they are manufacturing the recreational vehicles. So motor homes, caravaning objects and vans. And then we have also the research partner from Spain. It's called ITIP, and they are very good on the plastic transforming technologies. Yes, I was saying our project will be finished in 2021. It was only a 3-year duration of this project. So we have from the beginning very crystallized idea what we want to achieve in the period of 3 years, and after that what we want to put on the market. The whole project is worth a little bit below the 2 million euros, and in total it is funded 60% by the European Commission. I think the rate of the co-funding is now lower, 55%, but you can also apply for some national funds if this is available in your country. So I will be talking today a little bit introduction, figures and data, and then aims and targets about our project and what we can do and what we did do, and where we can still continue with some prosperous results. So yeah, plastic production data. You know that in 2018 the global plastic production almost reached about 360 million tons. So in Europe, plastic production almost reached about 62 million tons. So this is the huge numbers, and the manufacturing of plastic as the primary material is very expensive. So it is misleading that we are saying that plastic is cheap. It is not a valued material. It is actually a very expensive process. So over the past 5 years, the price of the plastic has swung enormously. So from 950 euros per metric ton to heights of more than 1,500 per metric ton. So this is a really huge increase. And then also, if we are looking the downside of this material, of course, this degradation, which is at minimum 450 years. So we all know, we are all aware that a lot of plastic pollution is now entering into our brains, into our mindset. So it's switching precipitation of the plastic on how we are looking on this material. So currently it is the big environmental burden, I would say. And then of course, regarding the collection, we all know that in 2018, in the very first of month of this year, China closed the importing of waste from other continents. And yeah, Europe is now facing a big challenges on how to recycle these amounts of plastic waste that is accumulating here in Europe. So if we are looking something a little bit about that statistic, in 2018, 29 million tons of plastic waste was collected, but only 32.5% was recycled. So this is really not huge enough rate for the recycling, and Europe is now facing, or is now trying to increase these rates with some new directives or with some encouraging funding programs. And then if we are looking into the paper waste, Europe is on the recycling of paper really stated well, I would say. So the global paper recycling rate is about 58%, but in Europe it reaches above the 70%, which is very good. And Europe is now, like I would say, the leader in the global world according to the paper recycling rates. So paper still accounts for 25% of waste in the landfill, which is bad news, and about 33% of the municipal waste. So now, as we speak, more than 199 tons of paper has already been produced. So this is the production of this material is also huge, and we are consuming a lot of liters of water to make 1 kilo of paper, and to print the edition of world-known news print paper, it requires a lot of trees, and recycling of 1 ton of paper would save around 700 gallons of oil, I would say, and more 1,000 tons of liters of more 1,000 liters of water and trees. So the recycling of this waste stream is equally important as it is for plastic. And we thought maybe we can use both. Okay, we can combine both waste streams into something innovative, into something new. So we claim that recycling rates of post-consumer plastic and paper can be really increased by 40%, and we strive now to reduce the greenhouse emissions by the same percentage rate, so by 40%. And these were our main targets, or our 2 main objectives that we were committed with ZEPLAFIP project. Okay, so what we are doing, we are actually upcycling the plastic matrices. So these plastic matrices are actually of very high quality, and they are coming from the post-consumer waste. So we are pre-sorting, washing, extruding, and testing, and we are only collecting the high recycled plastic granules. And we are having this stream as one component. The second component is the newsprint paper fibers, who are actually recovered from the waste streams. So we are also sorting, modifying, drying, and in some cases even bleaching and modifying the surfaces of paper fibers, so to be used further as the new reinforcing pillars. And we are combining these 2 components into something new, into some new composite in pelletized form. You can see it on the lower picture. And these new composites that are compounded are actually done via extrusion compounding technique, and are according to the mechanical properties, really something unique. I will show you at the end how nice products we can get out of these materials. So yeah, we are actually implementing a new circular economy with all recycled materials that are all recovered from post-consumer plastic waste and rejected newsprint paper. So the resulted composite, thanks to the reinforcing effect of newsprint paper fibers, performs a really outstanding improvements in mechanical properties. So we are reaching more than 200% improved modulus of elasticity compared to the virgin or solely recycled plastic matrices, and we can target now 40% higher strength than a virgin polymer or plastic materials. And this material can now really compete or even exchange some applications where we are using the virgin plastics. So what we are doing with this kind of materials, we have actually developed new protective packaging items, and this is one of the demonstrators. So these products are done via thermoforming, so with validated ZEPLAFIP composites based on recycled polyethylene plastic matrices and newsprint paper fiber, which are added in the amount of 20 weight percentages. We are now able to produce a protective packaging covers and stable containers for logistic transportation. So this packaging is not used for the food grade or something like that to be in contact with food, but for the industrial packaging, so for the packaging of pipes, for the packaging of some, I would say, sensitive instruments. They are really valuable. And then another demonstrator is intended for automotive parts, and they are also made of recycled composite. So you can see now here, this is the demonstrator of our partner Adria, who are the manufacturer of motorhomes, and this is the double floor of the motorhome. So it is lifted, and it is lifted with distance holders, and these distance holders are actually made of Ceplafib composites, and in between there is all I would say warming installation, electrical installation, and everything what is needed to be built or installed in the motorhome. So we have developed a really specific technical material grade with really good mechanical properties. So we have put it inside around 30% of fibers, so to get a really good reinforcing effect at the end and really improved mechanical properties. And these materials are now used for the injection molded construction parts, and these are then installed in the R&B motorhomes. So in the other side, another demonstrators are also developed, and these are the thermoformed panels to be installed on the lower side of the motorhome, so to protect some heating installations or some venting systems, I would say. And what is maybe the most outstanding thing of our projects, that we are not only developing this mentioned demonstrators for exhibition of what can be done with our materials, but we are transferring and we are replicating our materials also to other sectors. And for example, this one is a construction building sector, and we have put this role into the National Building Institute from Poland, from Warsaw, and they are actually receiving our Ceplafib materials, our semi-finished components, like in the form of sheets or in the form of pellets, and they are trying to develop some samples or validate some samples for the construction sectors. So they are now developing a kind of decorative facade elements, and they are also made from Ceplafib plates, and they are also on the other side trying to develop acoustic barrier system. So it is made from cellulose, from glass wool, and also from the side plates of Ceplafib material. So we are combining this kind of sandwich structure to test if our materials can be used also in this sector, so for the interior or exterior applications. And finally, but not at the final, we are combining different kind of stakeholders or joining, I would say, different kind of stakeholders who are interested in testing of our materials. So many other companies would like to test some recycled plastic or recycled composites for their own portfolio of products, and yeah, we are receiving a lot of interest also from I don't know, I would say fast moving consumer goods sector, so different kind of application, different kind of companies, small, large, micro-sized, and who are eager to test our materials into their own portfolio of products. And some examples are listed here. So we have developed, or we have given our material to one company, Ula Labs, and they have developed a smart hydration gadget And this is now very, very popular, not only in Europe, but also in USA continent. And now a limited edition series was also done from our recycled Zeplapip materials. And then, for example, one Poland company also uses our Zeplapip materials to inject these testing molds, cube molds, for testing concrete samples. Okay, and we also have another a lot of another interested stakeholders who join our Zeplapip community and who are eager to actually further collaborate with the whole consortium or with the individual partners. So you can reach us on the website page that is listed here. Also, our mail is indicated on this side. You can always reach me. I will exchange my information with everyone who are interested to stay in contact with me. So at the very end, I would like to thank you for your attention, and now we can move to the question and enter to the question and answer section. Thank you very much.
Vesna, we have some questions for you from our audience. The first one is about plastics that you use. Which type of plastics do you use for your technology? Polyethylene, polypropylene, HDPE or PS? Which one?
Yeah, well, thanks very much for the introduction and for the welcoming. We are using only post-consumer plastic waste, so none of the industrial waste or whatever. So it is a mixed types, and it has to be really, really good pre-sorted, so to use it in the highest possible quality. And we are using the types of polypropylene, polyethylene, so low density, high density, and the mixture of those two. So this is we are focusing on polyolefin type of plastics solely.
Okay, thank you. And how do you deal with bad smell from plastics which was sorted out from municipal waste stream? Do you use hot washing?
All the plastic waste streams are washed, pre-sorted, washed, and then they are also manually sorted. So we can have some streams that are sorted by the color, if we want to have a special colored version of Zeplapip materials, or we are mixing with the black master batch, so to have the black color of the plastics. And when it is mixed with the newsprint paper fibers, it is in the final color appearance, it is a gray, I would say, a little bit grayish, or not very black or spotted plastic.
Okay, and could you please elaborate economical feasibility of the composites? Is the price comparable to recycled plastic parts containing no fibers?
Well, no, but you can really compare the composites with solely recycled plastic, I would say, because the composites have so much better mechanical properties, so this cannot be really compared. But yeah, the recycled matrices, so without the fibers, is much cheaper, for example, than the composites, or much cheaper, I would say, like maybe 20-30% cheaper. So the final price is not so higher, drastically higher. We are still beyond the virgin plastic materials. So we have the competitive prices, but very good mechanical properties of the final composites.
And do you have plans? What will you do at the end life of those products that you produce?
Actually, we have been already finalizing the exploitation agreement. So we have been discussing with all the partners how we want to proceed with this collaboration pact that we have, and we agree that for these prototypes that we have developed, we will continue to produce it in the future because the products are really good and validated as the most optimal that we can imagine. Of course, we will try to market our materials on the market to all the interested stakeholders. We have much of the companies already involved in the project, so they are testing our materials for their own products that they want to maybe replace some virgin plastic with recycled alternatives, I would say.
And what production capacity do you plan to reach during the project?
By the end of our project, we promise that we will additionally process 4,000 tons of post-consumer plastic. We are now on the very good way to do it. So we have a little bit more than 4,000 tons per yearly basis now. By the end of 2026, we promised 4,000 additional tons more. So we promised that by 2026 we will recycle or try to put on the market in the production capacities 8,000 tons of recycled separate materials in additional to the annual value now.
And you mentioned that your project is close to market project. So is any of your products already on the market?
No, not yet. We have to finish the project first. After that, we have the ready path or strategy, I would say, or plan to commercialize our products, yes.
Okay. And what was the added value to choose partners from such different parts of the Europe, like Finland and Slovenia?
Yeah, well, we are focusing in all of our projects, not just CEPLAFIP, but to have a really good added value in terms of replication and transferability, for example. So we want to replicate our project methodology to another region, which is Poland, and to another, I would say, industrial sector, which is a construction sector. So we were reaching the Poland with that meaning to spread the news about our methodology or our technologies. And of course, we need the competent partners. So we select Finland as the main source of paper, I would say, or wooden lignocellulosic materials. So this was one selection or pre-selection why we want to choose a partner from Finland, for example. And then the plastic transformers, for example, technological centers, research institutes. We have been collaborating with Spain institutions from some previous cooperation schemes. So that is the main reason why we choose them. So we are always selecting some competitiveness and with some mindsets or where we want to spread our innovations or our ideas. This is the main.
Would you like to include Lithuanian partners to your future projects?
Absolutely, we have been negotiating in the last call, and yes, in the future call, we have some collaborations with Lithuanian partner as well.
Okay, so in case any of our participants will work in similar area, may they contact you concerning their ideas and maybe join initiatives?
Absolutely, we will be very happy to have the call from you. So we are open for the collaboration all the time. So.
Okay, so the last question is a comment. Nice project, nice presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.